أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين. I send you my peace and greeting from the Holy Land, Mecca, and have been praying for all mu'mineen and mu'minat, especially for the peace and blessing of the soul of Marhum Amir Ali. Let's begin this session by reciting a Fatiha for his soul. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik yawm al-Din. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Most certainly by now we have heard the news of the attack of Israel on Iran. This has been an inevitable confrontation between Haq and Batil, which sooner or later should have happened. And inshallah, we have our reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We place hope in the promise of Allah that Haq will be victorious. Just one thing I mentioned in this regard, Surah Yusuf is a very eye-opener surah for those who want to achieve the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. True patience. At the end of the surah, Yusuf alayhi salam says to his father, إِنَّهُ مَنْ يَتَّقِ وَيَصْبِرْ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُضِيعُ أَجْرَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Whoever fears God is God's conscience and have patience, Allah will never let the reward of the muhsineen, of the good doers, to go waste. And that is something that we all have to really believe in. Taqwa and patience. These are the two things which should go together. Sometimes the victory comes after a long time, after the mu'minun are tested, after the hearts are purified, after the intentions are purified, then the victory of Allah comes. Confrontation of Haq and Batil has been something inevitable throughout the history. Take the example of Prophet Noah, take the example of Prophet Hud, Prophet Saleh, take the example of Musa and Pharaoh, take the example of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. All these were inevitably the culmination of a confrontation which has been there for long between Haq and Batil. What is necessary for the believers is that, first of all, in these confrontations, rely on God. Secondly, do not lose hope. And thirdly, know for certain that the victory and Nasrullah will come amidst, of course, all dedications, all sacrifices that mu'minun will do. At the end, the victory of Allah comes. قُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقِّ وَلَا يُبْدِئُ الْبَاطِلُ وَلَا يُعِيدُ. Haq has come, and Batil cannot initiate anything and cannot bring anything new. So what is important is to take this lesson from Surah Yusuf alayhi salam. At the end of the surah, something very interesting and crucial is mentioned. It says that the patience must be so that people really think that Batil is now going to win. حتى إذا استيأس الرسل وظنوا أنهم قد كذبوا جاءهم نصرنا ولا يرد بأسنا فنجي من نشاء ولا يرد بأسنا عن القوم المجرمين. The situation culminated to a point where the messengers were disappointed that people would believe in them anymore. The Haq was so violent, was so overwhelming, was so victorious that the messengers thought no one more would believe. And that was right, like the story of Nuh alayhi salam. As Allah told him, إِنَّهُ لَا يُؤْمِنُ مِنْ قَوْمِكَ إِلَّا مَنْ قَدْ آمَنَ. Only those who have believed up till now will join you. No one else would believe. This is one point, one culmination. The other aspect of this culmination was that وَظَنُّوا أَنَّهُمْ قَدْ كُفْرُوا. People, the evil people, the culprits, the criminals, they thought that messengers have told them lies about punishment of Allah, about victory of Haq. It was culminated in a situation that everyone said, well, where is Nasrullah? Where is the victory? Where is the all the promises that the messengers have given us? وَظَنُّوا أَنَّهُمْ قَدْ كُذِبُوا. Then جَاءَهُمْ نَصْرُنَا. Our Nasr, our assistance, our victory came. What the verse wants to say is to give the believers who fight for Haq a lesson by a couple of setbacks, by a couple of martyrdoms, by heinous crimes of the enemy. Do not lose hope. Victory will come when the criminals think that they are victorious. It comes. جَاءَهُمْ نَصْرُنَا فَنُجِّيَ مَن نَشَاءُ. Then we save whomever we wish. And you have to know the ending sentence of the verse, وَلَا يُرَدُّ بَأْسُنَا عَنِ الْقَوْمِ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. This is a categorical statement by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our punishment will never miss the criminals, will never miss مجرمون. وَلَا يُرَدُّ بَأْسُنَا عَنِ الْقَوْمِ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. The example of this verse we have seen in Gaza in our time. The example of this we have seen in Palestine. The example of this we have seen elsewhere in the world. And soon we are going to see this battle between Iran and Israel. When it comes to culmination, of course there are lots of devastations, martyrdoms, sacrifices. However, what Allah has promised will come true. We should not be afraid of the power of the enemy, their technology, the access they have to all the resources of the superpower America. We should not be afraid of that. All these were there for Pharaoh. When Musa was confronting Pharaoh, who was Musa? Just a sole person. And who were Banu Israel? Just a bunch of slaves. And who was Pharaoh? That huge power which no one in the world could resist against. No one in the world could overcome. And we see how Allah gave victory to Musa and Banu Israel. However, later, of course, Banu Israel reneged their mithaq with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They did not fulfill the mithaq. And the story is always like this, that Allah will give victory to a people who are with Haq. But if they distance from Haq, if they become batil themselves, then of course Allah has other people who come out and fight for haq against them. And this is what is happening now. Inshallah, Allah will help us. What is important is that we offer our sacrifices. We offer whatever we have to help haq, and then Allah will help us, either by martyrdom or by victory. قُلْ هَلْ تَرَبَّصُونَ بِنَا إِلَّا إِحْدَى الْحُسْنَيْنِ. Do you expect but one of the two for us? It is either victory or martyrdom, and both of them are blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah help the Muslimun, help the believers in this confrontation. Inshallah, this is the harbinger for the coming of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. This is something which gives us hope for the return of the 12th Imam, inshallah, and we will be one of his followers and aides. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين.